In episode 3 of One Out My News, we covered Telltale closing, Spider-Man stats, some little bit of Kingdom Hearts news, and some Jump Force stuff. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to One Up My News, a show where we just cover news, I guess. My name is Ryan, alongside my co-host, Jordan. What you been up to, Jordan?
Nothing much, man. Just grinding out this work week. Got some cool stuff to talk about in our next episode, but in this one, it's all about news. And
the topic stuff.
Yeah.
You've been, so you said you've been, like, staying up late? Not staying up late. You have been having to work late?
Yeah, it's a weird, like, they're like, okay, you can have some days off, then you don't have days off, and then,
because this is, like, is it still your busy season? No, it's a slow season.
No, like,
it's winding down, right? Because y'all's season is the summer,
yeah.
Right?
It'll be busy around, Thanksgiving and then Christmas, but other than that, it's just random pops here and there.
Right.
So...
Right,
yeah, so it's winding down, but it's just like, you go from having like 2 days off to working a whole weekend and then having to stay up late again and whatnot, and so it's just
I feel you, man. I'm still sick, honestly. I finally got some medicine. I couldn't really afford it, but I was like, I can't deal with this. I've got to get some medicine. So I'm finally starting to feel better. I've still got kind of a headache. I appreciate that. But it is getting better. Let's get on with the show here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
What did you do?
We got some new games. While I was looking up new games as a joke, I put the game "Dab on My Haters" and they dab back as a game. I forgot to delete it.
It's a. That's
well, that's going out for the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and the Game Boy.
Oh man.
Let's delete that before we accidentally put that in the show notes.
It's not in the show notes. I already did the show notes.
Okay. Now for the actual games that are coming out or that are already out. We got Undertale is finally coming out for the Switch, and that is out right now. You can go download that, buy that right now.
I haven't played it yet.
I haven't, and for some reason I have not. I've yet to beat it. It is kind of on my shame games list.
A random coworker of mine at a previous place I worked at was like, he was just randomly talking one day. He's like, yeah, man, I love Undertale. And I'm like, what is Undertale? He was like, yeah. And I was like, it was the weirdest conversation we'd ever had. Because one, I didn't know he liked video games. And two, me as someone that loves video games, I don't know how I didn't know about this. And I felt ashamed. But ever since then, I looked up some stuff. And I was like, this game looks really cool.
It's kind of like, Earthbound a little bit.
Okay.
Super interesting game. Like, you can, be, super violent and kill everything, or you can try to be passive and not do that. It's a very interesting story. I definitely recommend it for anyone who hasn't played it. The next thing on our list, we actually don't have a whole lot of games here.
Yeah.
We got Valkyria Chronicles 4. We did mention this an episode or two ago, but since it's coming out so soon, we thought we'd mention it again for anyone who has forgotten about it. Valkyria Chronicles is kind of like a What's the name of that game you like, Jordan? With the war.
Advanced War.
It's kind of like Advanced War, except you can roam around free. It's a strategic.
Strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Strategic war kind of game.
Like a Telltale game.
Anime, very anime.
Art style.
Yes, but it's also like watercolors. It's a very beautiful game.
Yeah, it's a great series.
This is coming out on the I really like it. Coming out on September the 25th. For the Switch and the PS4. And then the final game we have here is something we wouldn't normally mention because it is a mobile game. But it's a mobile game that Nintendo, I'm not sure how much, they have to do with making it, but their name is on it. It's called Dragalis Lost. This is coming out on both iOS and Android. You can pre-register for that now. It's coming out on September the 27th, I believe, and if you pre-register by the 25th or something, you get some kind of extra in-game currency or something. I just want to warn anybody out there who doesn't like microtransactions that this is made by Cygames, who are known for having microtransactions, so this probably will have that in it. But it will be free, so if you do feel like checking it out, I don't see how that how it could hurt to check it out.
Yeah.
It does have kind of interesting artwork, very anime looking. You can like turn into a dragon or something.
Yeah, it's action style combat, and you can transform into a dragon. There's co-op play, there's raids and stuff. It's as far as mobile games that are action style that have like, I don't know if this has a gacha system or not, but it looks like it's following the same format as other popular mobile games. Which you can invite your friends or invite random people to your party and then use that unit in battle throughout the story and whatnot. But their website's really well done if you want to go check it out. Just Google Dragalis Lost.
Dragalis Lost, yeah, that should be in the show notes if you don't know how to... It is spelled like it sounds, at least I would say it is. We have some sad news to start off the podcast with, unfortunately. We actually have a couple sad news stories here today. But the first one is Telltale confirms majority studio closure and layoffs. So, Telltale Games, the people who brought you The Walking Dead series, the good one, Tales from the Borderlands,
The Wolf Among
Us, so many games, very, very heavily story-focused game studio. I believe they were founded in the early 2000s. It seems like they may not make it.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually didn't, as this news was breaking and whatnot, I obviously wasn't on the internet because I was getting ready to go to work and whatnot. And Ryan texted me, he's like, "Did you hear about this?" And I was like, "What? No!" Like, my heart. Like, this is so sad.
I know. Rest in peace.
Exactly. So right now they did like a huge cut, and the remaining 25 people at Telltale will not be working on The Walking Dead final season.
Yeah.
Instead, sources say that they're going to be working on the Minecraft story mode for Netflix.
So I think they're going to be streaming Minecraft story mode on Netflix. So this is kind of a long story. Story's got kind of a long tail. Last year around this time, I believe it was a month or two later than we are right now, Telltale laid off like a quarter of its employees because of different things. They have a lot of high quality IPs. So people were thinking maybe they were paying too much to get the license to those. The culture there seemed to be that you work maybe too hard, so people were quitting and suing the studio. But it seemed like the studio might have been making a comeback because they announced the Walking Dead final season. They announced The Wolf Among Us Season 2, which fans, including myself, have been waiting forever for. And like Jordan said, they have this Minecraft story mode, along with others, I believe, were planned to be streamed on Netflix.
Yeah, and they were working on a Netflix Stranger Things game.
Yeah, which sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's just like, what happened?
Yeah, I'd be interested in what the final nail was.
Exactly. The CEO, Peter Hotley, had a full statement to say, quote, "It's been an incredibly difficult year for Telltale as we worked to set the company on a new course. Unfortunately, we ran out of time trying to get there. We released some of our best content this year and received tremendous amounts of positive feedback. But ultimately, that didn't translate to sales. With a heavy heart, we watch our friends leave today to spread our brand of storytelling across the game industry." End quote.
So this is obviously, like we've said time and time again over the last couple minutes, tragic news. Not only, of course, we're sad because of the games. We won't be getting these games. And also, it was reported that there would be finishing the final season of Walking Dead, but that looks like that might not be true, that they might not be finishing it after all. Which, man, I would like to see where Clementine's journey ends. But, I mean, the saddest thing is that people obviously are losing their jobs.
Yeah, I'd say this sucks, because Telltale, in my opinion, is one of the best storytelling people out there. Like, it's insane with the way they do. And I'm kind of like you. I want to know what the final nail on the coffin was. Like, it feels like, there was hype, and then there was, good stuff, and it was just, they just disappeared, just like done.
Yeah. I'm sure that we'll find out more as the weeks go by.
Hopefully.
Let's move on to happier news. Over on Kotaku, they reported a dedicated fan is making a game about the Overwatch League. So this is actually pretty fun. When Jordan first told me about that, I was like, what is this? So I'm gonna let you talk about that since you're the one who found it.
Okay, so I found this. Obviously, being somebody that loves video games, I follow a bunch of them on Twitter, a bunch of news outlets and whatnot, so we can provide the spiciest, juiciest, most interesting news to you wonderful listeners.
This article looks like it was written by Jordan. They use it's the spicy, juicy.
So, this fan, he by his name is Nancy Zhao. It's a project for her programming class, and she continued the development after.
I thought it was a girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think it is.
And you can play as someone who just, you're an Overwatch. I don't know why this is so hard for me to describe. You were an Overwatch League coach, a manager, and you got 20 million. You can spend on an Overwatch League team, and there's different difficulty levels. For example,
I love this.
NYXL is easy mode, and the Shanghai Dragons is extremely hard. You assemble a team, and you can edit their hero rosters, like what they play and whatnot, and then you can put them in a match together. Obviously, it doesn't show them in a match. It just shows like a bunch of numbers popping up on the screen, like healing, damage, etc., with their character models and whatnot. It's actually pretty cool. It's like if you enjoy management games or just projects.
There's
work.
Like Football Manager and stuff
Exactly.
like that. That was the first thing that popped into my head.
Yeah, so there's the goal is pretty much, obviously, to win a bunch of matches by managing the team and doing well, and then you can upgrade their living, and you can pay them more money and whatnot. It's not out yet, but she isn't sure if she'll end up releasing it or not. But it's apparently, she'll let everybody know if if she wants people to play it or whatnot. But there's a YouTube video that'll be in the show notes as well on this article, and you can check it out. It looks really cool, though.
It does.
But that's pretty much it for that.
A hard segue into the next one. Switch Online will apparently delete your cloud saves when your subscription ends. This kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
So, although this is on GameSpot, by the way, although the much requested cloud save system is coming to the Switch through Switch Online, there's apparently a pretty big catch. So, if you ever stop paying for an online subscription for your Switch, Nintendo will not hold your save data, and it will be deleted. This is I really don't understand this.
It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like it says save data with the Nintendo's save data cloud cannot be kept outside of the duration of your Nintendo Switch Online membership. It says if you keep your data stored locally, your Nintendo Switch on your Switch console, then you can use it again if you purchase another membership. I just don't really understand this.
Hold up. When I read this and saw this, I was like, no way. So, I read multiple things on the internet about this and whatnot. It's like, Nintendo, I know you're listening to this podcast. You don't need the money. Why does it matter if someone doesn't pay for a month and you just delete all their...
This is what I say, just don't let them access it.
Exactly.
If you want to hold on to it. And maybe after, 6 months, delete it or something.
Exactly. What? Just nope, you didn't... You're 1 day over, or you overdrafted, or... you forgot to put money in the bank, or, something happened. Life happens sometimes, and you couldn't pay for this month. Well, sorry, all that awesome Splatoon 2 stuff you had, and all the Pokemon in the cloud.
Well, here's the thing, though. Splatoon and Pokemon aren't going to be cloud saved, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's there's so much weird stuff surrounding this cloud. Well, not just this, but I guess the whole Switch Online thing. Which, granted, it's very cheap. Very, very cheap.
It is very cheap.
It's like $20 for a year.
Yep.
And it's cool that you can get these 20 NES games, but then they're like, okay, you can also buy these controllers, these NES
The
controllers,
NES controllers.
which they're like they didn't say at the event where they announced Switch Online that you could only purchase them if you were a Switch or a member. They did clarify that on the website though, so that's good. And then they talk about all these extra things that you can get, but the only thing that they mention is some like Splatoon clothing that you get, and then this cloud thing, which, like we said, for some reason certain games aren't even going to be able to use it. I don't.
It's weird.
It's not great.
There's nothing that's pulling me to try. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try the couple months free, or the couple not
I think
couple
it's a
months.
week.
It's a week. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try that for free just to see what it's all about. But I already pay for enough stuff in my life, and I don't really care about this too much. You know, it's not like I'm doing a ton of multiplayer online gaming on the Switch. I mean, I love Splatoon, and I wish they'd fix all the problems with it. But
yeah, they're gonna need to fix it.
I'm too busy to worry about playing online on my Switch, you know? I have a PC and a PS4. If I want to play online with my friends, I can do that on, either one of those systems.
But here's the thing, Jordan. I don't know if you feel the same way as me about this or not. Splatoon is the only thing right now, but Pokemon is going to come out. Even if I don't play this year's, when I'm going to play next year's, Smash Brothers is coming out. I might want to pick up Mario Kart, Pokken. There's a lot of games that...
Crap, I didn't even think about that. Dang it, I have to buy this because I pre-ordered My Hero 1 Justice, and that's online.
Rip.
Yep. Oh, well.
It's not, like we said, it's $20 for a year.
It's not bad.
It's not.
I just wish the cloud save, because, cloud saves are important to me.
Yeah. I would pay, this is me, I would pay more for more features.
Exactly. I feel exactly the same way. I'd pay less for less features, obviously. Me and Ryan will probably go in on that family plan together because it's much cheaper than us buying it individually.
That's a good idea. We definitely might do that. I guess, there's not much to say there.
That's it. I just wish that Pokemon was covered. I don't really, as much as I like Splatoon, I got a lot of cool in-game stuff, even though it's all newbie stuff, but it's I got some cool stuff I like.
Yeah.
But Pokemon needs cloud storage. That just reminded me that I stopped paying for my Pokebank, and I bet all those Pokemon are now dead.
I don't know how that works, actually.
I don't either.
It's $5 for a year, but...
Yeah, I stopped paying it a year ago.
Yeah.
So I assume they're all dead.
Well, I don't have any Pokemon games. I think I've sold all... I've got, the old ones that I had on my Game Boy and Game Boy SP and stuff, but I don't have any of the new ones. I sold them all. I beat them, and I was like, okay, I think I'm done. Let's move on to some more sad news, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dead Rising Studio Capcom Vancouver shuts down. It's on Kotaku.
I honestly didn't know they had a Vancouver office, but I was like, that makes sense. Why not? Why can't they have a Vancouver office?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they don't have one anymore.
Oh, man, yeah. Rest in pieces.
But it was founded in 2005, apparently, and it's their studio's main output were Dead Rising games, and, poor Capcom.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing well.
Yeah, let's see. It says here Capcom's main Western studio is being shut down, which is obviously Vancouver. The publisher confirms its employees at Capcom Vancouver, which was primarily known for Dead Rising, was already hit by layoffs earlier this year. We're told that the main studio is closing, or that the studio is closing. In a statement to Kotaku, a company rep noted that as a result of reviewing titles in development at Capcom Vancouver, Capcom has decided to cancel the development projects at the studio and will concentrate development of major titles in Japan.
In February, following the layoffs hitting 30% of the studio, Capcom rep told Kotaku, quote, "The team is continuing to work hard to support the recent release of Puzzle Fighter for mobile and is dedicated to its flagship Dead Rising series," end quote.
It's go ahead, sorry.
It's just what's happening to these game studios? It's you have tons and tons of fans, and people giving, they're giving you your money, and it's just it sucks that all these places are closing down. I mean, not I'm sure there's many, many more smaller game studios that aren't covered by major news outlets that, have made one game and then they just disappear,
Well, yeah, but they don't, this is 158 people, whatever it said, people losing their jobs.
Yeah,
Not 2 people.
That's true.
Who probably weren't relying on it as their main source of income. But it's like you said, Capcom has been doing really, really well over the past year or two. I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom wasn't initially liked, but it seems to really be liked now.
Yeah, it's definitely got some movement going on.
Monster Hunter has been doing great. Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2 remake coming out next year.
Man, I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited. Did you play Dead Rising, Jordan?
I have not, but so Dead Rising, I honestly didn't know it was a real game because I saw it it was either a movie or a TV show or something, and I was like,
probably a TV show. I think I think so.
It looked like one of those games that they made for the TV show kind of a thing. They just mushed together. Not that it looks bad. It just looked like, I was like, I'd never seen that type of game. It was just interesting that they had that in a TV show, and I was like, oh, that's like a more up to date version of Left 4 Dead because I love Left 4 Dead.
Right.
And I actually started playing Dying Light. Side note, it's just another zombie game.
Oh, you picked it up?
I did, yeah.
How you like it?
I only played like 30 seconds of it, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't need to stay up like this anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I like the little bit of story I got into it, and the combat's cool.
I've heard good things.
But like I said, I didn't get too far into it. I was trying to get to a certain point in the campaign that I could play co-op with my friend, and it just didn't work out like that. But it's cool if you like zombie games and want to play something cool. Check out Dying Light. Apparently, a new expansion or a new something.
I think they're coming out with a new game.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but a new Dying Light something. Check it out on Steam.
I did play. I think I only played one of them though, Dead Rising. I really liked it, but it gets kind of boring after like 5 or 6 hours. Guys, if it's just killing a bunch of zombies, there's not really a story. The mechanics aren't great. You like glue like a chainsaw to a baseball bat and just kind of cut zombies in half. It's kind of fun, but it just gets kind of boring.
Actually, I didn't. I got Dead Rising confused with Dead Island. So scratch everything I just said about Dead Rising. I knew it was a game, but I was playing the Dead Island footage gameplay in my head. So nope, I have not seen anything on this game.
That's a whole new can of worms. So you've never even heard of Dead Rising?
I heard of it obviously because I like Capcom, and I think I've seen some stuff about it, but I haven't like watched gameplay of it, or I've seen like screenshots, but that's not it.
Dead Rising,
I haven't personally played it.
It does have a TV show or something, so I thought that's what you saw. Yeah, obviously that sucks that they closed down. Let's move on to some happier news here once again. We got the PlayStation Classic has been revealed.
I'm getting this.
Oh my gosh, me too, man. Me too.
$100. Oh, you had me at $100. My $100? Heck yeah! Like that's like.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's more expensive than the SNES Classic or the NES Classic, but I mean.
But it's Sony. I mean.
They can. I don't know. They could. But $100 to be fair is probably as much as I'd be willing to pay for this. I don't exactly have a lot of money, so $100. Yeah, that's about the edge of the amount I'd be willing to pay.
Oh, for those of you Canadian listeners, it's going to be $129.99 in your currency.
Well, they've only released a few of the games that would be preloaded, though. They haven't released all. It's going to be 20 games.
Yep.
And they have released Final Fantasy 7, Tekken 3, Wild Arms, and 17 other. I thought that they had released 5 games that they confirmed were going to be on there, but all I see on here that have been confirmed with Final Fantasy 7, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms.
The thing that... Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
The thing that gets me is it's 45% smaller than the original PlayStation. I get we're on a mini train right now, but I would have been fine with them making it the same size. But I guess, this way, it being smaller, it uses less materials and whatnot, and they can make it cost less money. So. Oh
yeah, definitely. I don't want it to be the same size. I want it to take up less room.
It's super cute. I like that you could just. I feel like you could just throw this in a. Just throw this in a bag and just take it wherever, man.
Take it whatever. Take it whenever, wherever.
Yep.
I like that. It's got to have the original controllers.
Me too.
Or not the original, the original size controllers. Exactly. Obviously, it's not going to come with 25-year-old controllers.
Oh, I'd still play it. That'd be cool.
One thing that I'm kind of concerned about, though, is they're not going to have joysticks, because the original PlayStation controller didn't have joysticks.
Yeah, that is going to be a weird feeling going back to that. But I had an original PlayStation, and like, I don't know what happened to it, but obviously I don't have it anymore.
Yeah. Maybe we could do
but-
an episode on like games that we would like to be on this or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. Because it's all digital, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to know if they're going to have like a marketplace for it,
No.
or if
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. It's actually it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a big. It's gonna be an emulator. Is what it's gonna be. It's just like the SNES and the NES Classic. I'm assuming
Okay,
it's
got
just
it.
gonna be an emulator box that's gonna have all these games preloaded. I already confirmed that it's not gonna have more games come to it. It's just gonna be what they, put on there. It's just gonna
Okay.
stay like that. More good PlayStation news actually. I know PlayStation's been kind of sneaky stupid lately. But we got a pair of good PlayStation news today. This is from The Verge. PlayStation Now streaming service now offers game downloads. So you can finally download your games if you have PlayStation Now instead of having to stream them. Oh my gosh, I hated doing that so much.
yeah, just getting back into the PlayStation ecosystem and whatnot, I was like, PlayStation Now, like that's still a thing. I honestly thought it like fell off the wagon a long time ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like a lot of people did, I think.
But it just kind of just appeared, and everyone's like, well, this is cool. So PlayStation Now is currently being offered at a discounted $9.99 a month rate, or $99.99 a year. It offers more than 600 games, including Bloodborne, Red Dead Redemption, and The Last of Us.
It's got some great games. It really does. It always has. Oh.
So I honestly might check this out, because it definitely seems cheaper than just going out and buying each game.
You might be able to get like a free month or something, because years ago I got a free month or a free week. It might have been a free week or
Okay.
something like that, because I played part of Braid and then I just never beat it.
Yeah, the old me always looked for ways to cheat the system. Just like get it and then just have download it and just be like, they're not going to delete it off my system, and they're like, actually we're just going to take this back,
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so
They just
but
make
Sony says that downloads will be rolling out over the next couple days.
okay.
So
I'm excited. I might take a look at this. I believe that they are they're ending that price soon, the $9.99 a month price.
yeah, so you'll be able to transfer save data from the cloud to your console, so you'll be able to play without any internet connection. Sony says, quote, you will need to connect your PS4 system to the internet every few days to verify your PS Now subscription, even if you're only playing downloaded games, end quote.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, you can't download the games to the internet anyway, so you're not going to have this
Exactly.
without internet. This is kind of cool, though. It's catching up to Xbox Games Pass, which was very obviously better.
Yeah.
So
And
it's nice.
And also, the company says that almost all PS4 games will support downloads as well as PS2 titles. There's no words on PS3 games at the moment.
Let's see. We also have Castlevania news.
But before we roll into there's one more sad piece of Sony news.
Oh, what's that?
The PS Vita is
Oh, yeah.
really dead. It's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
They nixed it. This is coming from Kotaku. There's no successor currently planned, and this is from the Sony Interactive the Sony Interactive Entertainment executive Hiroyuki Ata added, quote, right now I'd like you to consider that there is no PS Vita successor hardware, end quote.
The Switch is the PS Vita successor.
100%. I loved the Vita, even though I didn't play. The only game I ever played on it was Gravity Rush, and I didn't even beat that just because I was like, whatever,
The Vita's been dead to Sony for years, honestly.
It's
Long live Vita.
Yep, that's really it though. Limited run games got their start off Vita, and that's gonna stink for them.
I mean, there's a lot of great games that came to Vita, but I mean, like I said, this has really been dead to Sony. It hasn't been dead, but to Sony, it's been dead for years.
Oh yeah, 100%. But on to some happier, dark, twisted news. You know how much we love Castlevania on this show. So this is coming from Game Rant. The Castlevania collection leaked for PlayStation 4.
It leaked. Where did it leak? I think it's like Korea or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The Korean Game Rating and Administration Committee. So the reason that you might think it's just coming to Korea. I said that really weirdly. The reason that we think that it's coming to America as well and stuff is because it was listed in English as well as Korean. But it was only listed as themes for PlayStation, so I don't. Doesn't say anything on here about PC or Switch or Xbox or anything. But I'm completely fine with that. I would love to play these games. But this does probably confirm that it's not going to be coming out on PlayStation Classic. None of the Castlevania games at all might not come to it. But I guess it wouldn't matter if it came to the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I wanna go back and play some of these games. So if it comes out, awesome. If not, I'll just have to pick up some of the older systems and figure out a way to play them.
Well, if it doesn't come out, maybe it'll come out on the PlayStation Classic.
That'd be cool. I'm okay with that too, because I like Castlevania a lot.
So, I know Symphony of the Night was so big in making Metroidvanias popular.
Exactly.
So there's not a whole lot of news here. It's just saying that they might be releasing a collection, really.
Yeah, that's it, really. So this next news, it made me laugh when I saw it. Bandai Namco announced on their Twitter, "Why do you think I protect that big island alone? Because I am enough."
What? What is that?
That's the quote
yeah,
they put.
That's the quote. It's a Android 17 quote from Dragon Ball Super. That's right.
Yeah, and it's just like, the MVP is coming soon to Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I'm like, dang, that's a big claim, Bandai Namco.
Have you seen Dragon Ball Super?
I've only seen like 3 episodes.
So that's why I said the MVP. Spoilers for Dragon Ball Super.
Okay.
Do you care, Jordan?
I don't care. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay, Android 17 wins the big tournament. That's why they call
what?
it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like they have
Good
this
for him.
big.
Yeah, they have a tournament, right?
Yeah, it's a tournament across like not galaxies, but universes.
Universes.
And
yeah.
Android 17 wins. And that's why they call him the MVP.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. That I retract that. I'm okay with them calling it MVP. And people are going insane about this. There's this little clip that they released, and it's you just see Android 18, and then she walks past, and he's behind her. He goes, "Shall I?" And it's just like, people are freaking out. It's like, yes, like that is so cool.
Android 17 is cool.
Yeah, Android. For any of those that are curious, Android 18 is my favorite character, and then Frieza, and then I don't have anybody else. They're the best characters.
They're the best characters.
Yep, best characters.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Android 18 is the best character in Dragon Ball universe, and then Frieza, and that's it. Nobody else matters.
Okay, fair enough. I'm cool. I mean, I still have barely played this game at all, to be honest, but I want to.
Same. We can play it.
Yeah,
soon.
We can play it soon. Hope we keep saying that, but we haven't played it yet.
It's funny that there's people that do more in real life stuff than we do, and still have time for video games.
Oh yeah, I guess we're just lazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm lazy. We
just gotta let's make a Google Calendar for video games.
Man, yeah, maybe we should. I don't know. That might be the only way we're ever gonna actually play these multiplayer games.
I had to make a video game calendar for anime. So
a video game calendar for anime.
No, sorry,
an anime
calendar. A Google Calendar event to schedule to watch anime.
Jordan told me the other day he's gonna try to watch all of Naruto Shippuden in 10 days.
It's probably going to end up being 2 weeks, but I'll let you know the next time we record One Up My News.
How far we are.
How far we are.
There's like 500 episodes.
I know. And yes, for those of you that are curious, I'm going to watch all 500. I'm not skipping the fillers or whatever.
Oh my gosh, there's some really bad fillers.
There are some really bad fillers, but I'm watching them. Like, I know some of the major story arcs, but I just want to cover them. And I know how it ends, obviously. And I want to watch Boruto, and I want to just go in there with full emotion, because I watched some of the episodes, and I was like, I don't really care about Boruto, but I want to see like what got them to that point of being able to have a life like they have in Boruto. And so I want to see what got them there. And so that's why I just decided to watch it.
10 days is still really quick. Really quick. Let's get back to video game news here, though.
Spider-Man. Whatever a spider can.
This is from USA Today. Marvel's Spider-Man is breaking records here.
It is amazing.
It's sold like 3.3 million copies in 3 days.
Yeah, that's good job.
Good job. 3.3 million copies translated to roughly $198 million, which crushes the $117 million opening for the latest Spider-Man film.
Spider-Man Homecoming. That's saying a lot, and we didn't say this in our Spider-Man episode, which you can listen to now, wherever you listen to our podcast, but this is probably the best Spider-Man anything I've ever experienced.
Wow, really? You know what?
Like,
I can see that.
Like, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. I respect him for what he did I respect him for what he's done for the comic book industry, and I like him as a character. Peter Parker's cool. He's it's like a coming of age story and whatnot. But this is just it's just done amazing.
So well, like, spectacularly.
It's just superior to anything else that
I think
I've seen.
I think Spider-Man actually might be the most popular superhero in the world, like even over like Superman and stuff.
I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
I think like he sells the most action figures and stuff.
Well, probably. I mean, everybody wants to. Yeah, you can give a kid a shield or whatever and put him in an Iron Man suit.
Nah, man.
Here's some adamantium claws or whatever. But I was thinking about this. Yeah, everybody, all the other superheroes, yeah, they have cool fighting techniques and whatnot, but he does some really cool fighting stuff that's actually very physically demanding.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
it's like
he can do whatever a spider can, though. So
exactly. I was just thinking about that. I was like, if I tried doing this as a normal pleb human that doesn't have powers, I'm like, this would be so difficult.
Oh, it'd be impossible.
Because there's this side mission in the game where this guy just dresses up as Spider-Man, and you have to go save him because he's actually like taking down like crimes and stuff in the city. He like uses a fire extinguisher to put out a fire, and everyone's like, "Spider-Man, you were just here," and it's like, "Nope, no, I wasn't." Like, is it Mysterio? And I was like, "Oh, cool, Mysterio's in this game." He's not, but yeah. Anyway,
maybe on the next one because there's definitely gonna be a second one.
Yeah, check out our thoughts on Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah, we might what if we could do like I'm just thinking of episode ideas, like an episode where we were talking about maybe Spider-Man ideas for like the next game or something.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Maybe
or like sequel ideas for just different games in general.
And not only did Spider-Man sell 3.3 million copies in 3 days, which breaks God of War's record that was like 3.1 million or 3 million or something.
Just crushed
earlier this year. Well, it also sold. Or not sold, but had 1 million pre-orders, which is also another Sony record. And this also does not include the the Pro Bundle.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how much of a dent that would make in it, but that's even more copies. Clearly, this is a home run success for Sony and for Insomniac Games.
Exactly, wonderful job. I like this system so much that I was at the store the other day and I thought about buying another system just to display.
Another PlayStation?
Yeah, because they had the Spider-Man one, and I own the Spider-Man one, as you've seen and as people have heard. But I liked it so much that I wanted to keep one just in pristine condition. Not that this one's not. I just want to plug this one up.
Like in the box or something?
Yeah, I just wanted to put it, because I still have the box. I don't know. It's just something like I wanted to have one to play and then have one to just literally put in a glass case.
Daggone, kid.
That's how much. But I didn't buy it.
My poor ass is still stuck with the PlayStation 4 from 2013 or whatever.
Oh, that's crazy when you think about the PS4 has been out for... Give us the PlayStation 5 already. Not really. I'm fine
with PS4.
Me too.
I just want a new one. There's a few that look so good. Obviously, they came up with one a year or two ago. Might have been more than that now. I'm not sure. But it was like a 20th anniversary PlayStation, which it was.
It did look.
Oh my gosh! It was the PlayStation 4, but it was like skinned to look like the original PlayStation. It was
You know,
so pretty.
you just get a D-brand skin, slap it right on there like a sticker.
Nah, I don't want to do that. D-brand, I don't want to do that. I don't know if they. I don't even think like that would have to be Sony like certified and stuff.
I guess that's true.
And then they have there's another one that's blue, like Sony blue, and then it has like the sacred symbols, triangle, X, circle, square, like gold on top of the PlayStation.
Are you talking about the 500, the anniversary version, the one that looks kind of transparent?
No. There's another one that's blue. Like,
oh, I almost bought that one. It's like blue and gold.
Yeah, that one is so sick too. And,
yeah, almost bought that one, and then I saw the Spider-Man one, and I was like, pre-order, and I was like, what have I done? Why did I buy a PlayStation? Like, what am I doing? Like,
and
it's like, that's $500.
The last
and
one,
I got it, and I was like, it's perfect.
The last one is the one Jordan was talking about. It's like 90s. If you grew up in the 90s or something, everything was transparent, like controllers and headsets and the actual consoles were like transparent, and it's kind of like that. It's a transparent blue. It comes with like a transparent controller and a transparent PlayStation Eye, and I think they're gonna come with a transparent headset that goes with it. All looks so clean, but
damn, that's gonna look awesome.
It's just too expensive, and it's a limited edition too. So that's just not gonna happen. I'm just gonna have to wait for PlayStation 5. But like I said, I've said time and time again, it still plays Spider-Man. So
that's true.
I'll be sad if it conks out. That's up.
This next piece of news is from GameSpot. This is a franchise that I respect, but I have not ventured into the wild, wild west of it yet. This is Red Dead Redemption 2 Beta. It's coming out in November.
Yeah.
So, have you played this game?
I played the Red Dead, the original one, but I had it spoiled before I could beat it, so I didn't beat it.
So you didn't beat it?
Yeah,
okay.
Correct. Yeah. But I'm still excited about this.
Me too. So side story about Jordan. One of my favorite comic book series is The Sixth Gun. It's a fantasy western, and it's awesome. And so I love western style, stuff. Cowboys, guns, Westworld's a great series. So I want to get into this. And I'm probably not going to play the first one. I'm probably just going to jump right into the second one.
That's fine.
Maybe. Because how much story can you put into a game about being a cowboy? I mean, be good, be bad, have fun, ride horses. That's it.
I thought you were going to say be ugly. Be good, be bad, be ugly.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they can be ugly, too. I mean, they didn't have a lot of the wonderful bathroom products we have today, so I'm sure some of them were ugly.
I don't think it's going to have anything to do with the original Red Dead.
Probably not. But
what a lot of people don't know is this is actually the third game in the series.
Really?
Because the first one's called Red Dead Revolver, and then the second one is called Red Dead Redemption, and then a lot of people thought the third one's going to be called like Red Dead Revolution or something, but then I think Rockstar was like, we wanted the name to be recognized and people to realize that it's a sequel to Red Dead, and it's not something completely new.
Yeah, this is the third Red Dead Redemption. Is going to be called Red Dead Real Life.
Red Dead Real Life. This is, but the beta is for the online.
Yeah, for the online.
When it says Rockstar has shared the first details regarding Red Dead Redemption 2 online mode, named simply Red Dead Online. As was the case with Grand Theft Auto 5's online component, GTA Online. Red Dead Online will not launch alongside the game itself. Instead, it will debut sometime in November 2018, 1 month after Red Dead 2 itself releases. It will start as a public beta. Anyone who owns a copy of Red Dead 2 will have free access to Red Dead Online. There is no indication the multiplayer mode will be available separately. So you said that you are going to play this game, Red Dead Redemption 2?
I might. It really just depends on what I'm playing at that time.
Well, I'm playing it, so even if you don't buy it, I'll let you play it.
Okay, cool.
So let's say you like it. Do you want to play the online? Like, it's going to be probably multiplayer shooter-esque. Third person, obviously. Similar to...
Hang on, you...
to Rockstar. Similar to... you cut out for like a minute.
Yeah, same.
Okay,
So you said you'd let me borrow it?
Yeah. I'll let you... if I get it, I'll let you borrow it after I beat it. Okay. And then... what I was saying was, we might have to... do you want to play the online if if you like it.
Oh yeah, I'll play the online.
I'm interested. I never played Grand Theft Auto Online because I hate Grand Theft Auto.
So I played Grand Theft Auto Online. 1, it's much more fun with friends. 2, it's much more fun with friends if you both start at the same time because you'll be at the same place. And if your friends have money in Grand Theft Auto, they won't play with you. They'll just trick you, and then they're not actually your friends.
I've heard that Grand Theft Auto Online is pretty toxic.
It is pretty toxic. It's pretty bad. And I've played League of Legends, and I play Overwatch, and I've played other toxic games, and I like anime, so I'm used to toxic.
Yeah, unfortunately, nerddom is known for its toxicity.
Speaking of things that aren't toxic but are beautiful and wonderful, so there's at the Tokyo Game Show, the Namamura said that Kingdom Hearts 3 will conclude the Xehanort saga, but he wants to continue Sora's story, which is pretty awesome.
So Kingdom Hearts 3 looks like it may not be the last one.
So, and just for those of you that want to know about the gummy ship, this is just a small little tidbit. So the gummy ship part of the game was made by a team of 20 to 30 people just for that feature. So there's going to be 2 types. There's going to be exploration mode and cardboard mode. Exploration is going to be like an open world style. You can, freely explore, and the gummy ship parts will appear as cardboard, gems, sweets, and etc. So there will be gummy customization and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. I like the gummy ship aspects in the Kingdom Hearts games. It's definitely not my main focus, but it's definitely a cool little, interesting.
Oh, I hated it so much. Oh, I hated
Really?
it. I was like,
it.
is there any way? Are you sure it says 20 to 30 and not 2 to 3 people made that part?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I hate it so much, especially in the first one. Horrible. It doesn't be an arson mode where you burn the entire thing to the ground.
The Kingdom Hearts 3 gummy ship part was made by a team of 20 to 30 people just for that feature.
Which is it? Is it 20 to 30? 20 to 30, make up your mind.
Exactly. It's just like, you should have given us a definite number. But, this was translated from Japanese to English.
They probably just, they made that a long time ago. I'm sure they don't know exactly what the top of their
head. They don't remember. They're like, did you work on the gummy ship? No, I just...
don't hurt me. I'm sorry, I know it's bad.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next announcement, though. We got Jump Force news here. I actually got a couple pieces of Jump Force news. So there will be a closed beta, a collector's pass, or collector's edition, excuse me, and a season pass for Jump Force.
So the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 players can register for a closed beta. The register begins, so it doesn't matter when it begins, it just matters when it ends. It ends October 7th, and the closed beta will take place October 12th through the 14th.
Let's see. Do you have to buy the game or anything?
I don't.
I bet you have. Let's see. I mean, if it's a closed beta, I bet you do.
It should just.
I bet you have to pre-order the game or something. So, I didn't know this game was going to be out so soon. Honestly,
I was going to get this collector's edition until I saw that it was $260, and I was like, no, not worth it.
Yeah, it's a little.
So the collector's edition will include a 30-centimeter tall diorama statue featuring Goku, Luffy, and Naruto. It will also include a physical copy of Jump Force, 3 art boards, a steelbook case, and several other exclusive items Bandai Namco did not reveal. Players who pre-order Jump Force will receive exclusive cosmetics, as well as Freezer's hover pod, which can be used in the game lobby vehicle.
Dude.
Well, it can be used in the game as a lobby vehicle.
These look really cool. Like,
they do.
I don't know. I didn't really want to pre-order this game. I probably still won't. But man, there's like a Saiyan armor set you can wear. There's like a pirate king outfit you can wear, and then there's
a Hokage coat.
Yeah, and there's like a Hokage coat you can wear or something. And they look pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
So this next piece of news is also about Jump Force, and so Yugi, we talked about this in our last episode of One Up My News. He's going to be Yugi Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't know who he is, just Google King of Games, even though he's not the King of Games.
Wow.
But he can be. They released some screenshots, and he's shown summoning Dark Magician Girl, and Slifer the Sky Dragon.
That's how he fights.
That's how he fights. So Yugi fights using like monster cards and magic cards, and he can use magic cards, which he can perform direct attacks against opponents. His special ability kind of thing is called Draw, which brings out cards such as Swords of Revealing Light, which, if you don't know, in the TCG and the anime, it's a card that puts down swords of light in front of you, and they can't attack you directly for 3 turns. And then Spell Shattering Arrow. So say if someone launches a special move against you, which in TCG terms would be like they launch a spell, you could play this card and it would dispel the spell. It would destroy the spell. And so apparently there's more, but they haven't announced them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, at least the card game. I've used to play the card game a lot. I loved the anime when I was a kid. But I think this actually sounds kind of cool, like, because he's not directly fighting himself. It almost sounds like a, I don't know, like a joke character, but not, I don't know, like he's not traditional fighter, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. That's what got me. Honestly, the thing that, yes, I love My Hero, but the reason that got me to pre-order and buy My Hero Academia was Momo.
I don't even remember which character that is.
She's the one that creates stuff, has to eat a whole bunch of food to create stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And so she's in the game, and I wanted to see how she fights because she can create a whole bunch of different stuff, and that was really interesting to me. And I wanted a Weeaboo game to throw on the Switch to play whenever. So, you know.
Is Hero Aka gonna be on? It is, isn't it? In this game,
I don't think so.
I'm guaranteed. I 1,000,000% guarantee they will have.
I mean, they did announce Yu Yu Hakusho was gonna.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw that too. That's awesome.
They did this tweet and they were like, Spirit Gun versus Spirit Bomb, and I'm like, Spirit Bomb.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's not a question.
Like,
Spirit Bomb would obliterate him.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if, oh man, you can like go into like your demon form like at the very end of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Cool.
It's like a final move or something. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm actually kind of hyped about this game, honestly.
I'm probably gonna pre-order it, but I'm gonna get it on PS4.
You're gonna get? Oh yeah. I mean, I would get it on PS4. I think a lot of people get their fighting games. It definitely wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't get it on Switch. Although I don't think it's gonna come out on Switch. Yeah.
It's on everything but Switch.
Everything but Switch. So if you're interested in that and you only have a Switch, rest in pieces. Well, not rest in pieces. Sorry.
Just get a friend that has a PlayStation, or maybe you can play it on your computer. So.
Yeah. Let's see. This next bit of news. It seems like YouTube is going to launch a new gaming hub to promote creators better than the failed YouTube gaming app did.
The way that this was announced on Twitter, the way they worded it, they said that the tweet was now deleted, but I forgot who posted it. All it said was YouTube gaming is like being canceled or ending. And I was like, what? I was like, why did they say it like that? And then I found out it was actually, talking about this, and they weren't just taking away YouTube gaming altogether.
Yeah. This is from Polygon. It says gaming is one of the most popular video categories on YouTube, which can make discovering certain games or creators slightly more difficult. YouTube is introducing a new reformatted gaming hub to try alleviating those issues, with help from dedicated pages for specific games and a gaming content creator on the rise. This concept sounds familiar. It's essentially YouTube's standalone app dedicated to gaming content. Ryan Wyatt, head of YouTube Gaming, told Polygon that despite the company's best efforts, original gaming app hindered visibility for many creators. So yeah, like I don't know about you, but I didn't use YouTube Gaming.
Oh gosh, no.
Like I tried,
I didn't use it at all.
But I just didn't like it. I just used Twitch. I just rather use Twitch.
Exactly. One, I didn't like the way it looked, and two, I'm very selective of who I watch, and so I was like, I don't care about any of this. The people that I watch, they either notify me when they're going live on YouTube or they notify me when they're going live on Twitch. Other than that, like, I don't really care about surfing through YouTube gaming. Like, some of this stuff is just the same stuff churned out over and over and over. And one, I don't find the particular person entertaining, or two, it's just not worth my time.
Yeah, it's almost like I'd just rather watch it on the regular YouTube app.
Exactly.
And this It says the new YouTube game portal, which will integrate more clearly onto the main site, is built around discovering creators, according to Wyatt. The gaming hub will also resemble the standard homepage familiar to YouTube users. The original YouTube gaming app will remain available during the transition, but will officially shut down in March 2019. So this is, in my opinion, another thing of more equals better. Competition is good. If this could help maybe make Twitch do even better, that's a good thing. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm not going to say no.
Exactly. This isn't like a terribly long article, but it just pretty much breaks down. It starts talking about Markiplier and PewDiePie and Ninja, different whatnot, and how a lot of them just stream on Twitch because that's where they get, their money, their subscriptions and whatnot. And then they just upload stuff to YouTube. And so they said, we're doing a lot outside of gaming creator on the rise to empower more female gamer creators on the platform, end quote. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, more gamers, more content is not a bad thing at all.
No, not at all. I know tons of people that watch gaming videos more than they do, regular TV.
Oh yeah,
that's their thing.
I like, dude. So recently, and y'all can do this if you want, YouTube released a feature that you can check how much time you watch YouTube, like a week and a day, and recently. Mm-hmm. And last week I watched 19 hours of YouTube.
What? Dang, I guess I should turn on my watch history and stuff. I turned it off. But yeah,
oh yeah, I was it's under I don't know. It's pretty easy to find. It's under basically settings and stuff. It says there's a watch history or something, and it just keeps, and it just says how many hours and minutes you've watched day recently in this past week. And I watched 19 hours last week, which is a lot.
Oh, man, that is a lot.
It's a lot.
You definitely watch more YouTube than I do.
All right, we got one more piece of news before we leave you guys. Animated Diablo series could be coming to Netflix. Man, this comes with variety, and if this is true, oh man, this could be so cool.
Exactly. I feel like Castlevania really did a wonderful job on Netflix with hitting the ball rolling with video game style.
Oh yeah, when is season 2 of that coming out? Did they announce that?
Soon.
Man, I'm so ready.
I don't know the exact date, but I think it's October.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's spook time.
Yeah. So with Castlevania, then you got Witcher, then you got Diablo maybe coming out.
Yeah.
This would be a good power play for everybody. Be like, hey, it's out on Netflix and it's coming to the Switch November 2nd.
That's true.
It's
and
a
then
big deal.
I think they have some more Diablo projects in the works. This says it looks like Netflix could be adopting an animated Diablo series to its original programming lineup. Boone Studio founder Andrew Cosby tweeted on Wednesday that he's in final talks to write and showrun the upcoming series from Activision and Netflix. It's very exciting, and I hope to high heavens it all works out, he said. Cosby previously replied to a fan who questioned whether he was involved on the Diablo show, and he was who he had told to check back with him in the future. So I guess he was. This looks like it actually is going to happen.
So that'd be kind of cool. There's no information on currently what the Diablo series might entail. Cosby will be bringing his pedigree as writer behind the new Hellboy film reboot to the project, which should be the kind of glory and violence expectations fans have for any series that will be based on the Diablo series.
I'm glad this is animated, because I cannot imagine this being good if it was live action.
Oh, gosh, no. It'd take them so
oh my gosh, it'd take so much money, too.
It would, Just think about how much The Walking Dead costs to do all their stuff.
Dude, did you see
only
recently?
Kill a
go ahead.
couple things.
Oh, yeah. Recently, somebody that works over there said that they have, plans for, 10 more years of content.
I saw that, and I was like, please stop. Please, just no more.
That show is really bad.
It is really bad.
It's been bad for a long time. There's a reason that actors are leaving.
Exactly.
They don't want to work there anymore. Like,
I mean, gosh, I can't imagine doing that for a million years. That's insane. If you enjoy Walking Dead or zombies, just play Left 4 Dead 2 or just read the comics.
Yeah, I've heard the comics are way
better. They're so much better than the TV show.
Mr. Sunday Movies did like a it was either I think he did a Everything I Hate About the Walking Dead, and he was like basically everything. He's like, I hate this show, and I just read the comic book, and
exactly. I mean,
that's much better. But if you are interested in a Diablo animated series, you'll be glad to hear that it looks like it's coming. Man, I love Diablo. If y'all listen to this podcast, you know we both really enjoy Diablo.
It's really fun.
It's just such a fun game.
It is. It's a good game.
Let's see.
Great story.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting story. It says let's see, Diablo debuted in 23. Diablo debuted in 2012. It's going to be coming to the Switch in November the 2nd. I was trying to find if it had a release date, but I guess not, because they don't even know if this is 100%, I guess, happening. It just looks like it is probably going to happen.
I'd say it's a 90% chance it's happening.
It looks like, unless something like would happen to, kind of change somebody's mind, it will happen. That's all the news we have for y'all today, though. We do have some deals. We've got a Wolfenstein 2 Collector's Edition for $26 at GameStop, and that's looks like for the PS4 only, though. Let's see, what else do we have?
Dragon Ball Fighter Z is $30 on Steam right now. Elder Scrolls Online Somerset DLC is $20 on Steam. And Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition is $10 on Steam.
That's a great game. Those are all really good games. So if y'all are interested in any of those, I'm not sure when those end, so if you're interested in them, I would hurry up and check them out.
Check them out. Our intro and outro song is Back to Business by the Heatley Brothers. You can check them out on Twitter and YouTube by that name. As always, you can listen to the podcast on all major listening devices and sites and whatnot. You can also just say, hey, smart speaker, play One Up Me Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, TuneIn, Stitcher, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at. We appreciate you listening so much. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. Anything else you want to add? I mean,
sorry, I was just gonna let you do that. No, you can. We have a website, One Up Me Gaming.
That's right.
You can tweet at us. I am at Ryan Divisions, and Jordan is at
Swaylock on Twitter. You can follow the podcast on Twitter for all the latest podcast news and whatnot at One Up Me Podcast. You can use the hashtag PlayOn or the hashtag AskOneUpMe to submit your questions or topics to the show. Or if you don't want to tweet us for some reason, you can email us old school at oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. Again, that is oneupmepodcast@gmail.com.
We also
make sure
have a Reddit, right?
We got a Reddit, one of those, /OneUpMe. Podcast on there. We have a Patreon. It'll be in the show notes. We're on YouTube as well, like we mentioned before. And that's pretty much it. We appreciate you listening, and we will keep doing this as long as we can.
Play on.
Yep, play on.